Hey guys, welcome to another episode of 28 Adventures. So we're out here in the desert between Atomic City and St. Anthony Sand Dunes. So just enjoying the area. So with the group we're with, they put this trail together, or put this ride together, and we just kind of last minute decided to jump in on it. So I'm gonna introduce or have a gentleman kind of explain a little bit what we're doing. He's kind of heading this up, and he also runs a YouTube channel. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Isaac, right?
I'm Isaac Hillum. I do the YouTube channel Hillbro, and it's mainly centered around exploring Idaho with side-by-sides, but I also do have a shop where I build custom side-by-sides on occasion.
Perfect.
When I get out and do stuff like this, I'm usually on my Renegade. It's a lot easier to film, get to spots and film, launch the drone, but usually I'm on a side-by-side.
Okay.
I'm not filming. I'm just participating like you guys. I've known Steve for a long time though, and from what I know of Steve, he's trying to put together events so that other people can come together and explore Southeast Idaho. And so when I joined some of his events in the past and seen what he was trying to do, I really liked it, and so I'm trying to promote Steve a little bit.
Awesome.
And he's got that Atomic City trails parking out in Atomic City.
Yep.
I have grown up in Southeast Idaho my whole life, Idaho Falls, Shelley, St. Anthony, and I've never, all growing up, thought about going out to Atomic City and riding.
Right.
Until I had heard about the Atomic City to St. Anthony ride, and I was like, I've got to try this. Went out to Atomic City, joined some of the other rides like Cedar Butte, Big Southern Butte, and I was just like, this is a whole new playground.
Just totally different than anything else.
Yeah, which sparked that interest of, I want to start connecting St. Anthony, where I'm from, to everywhere else in Southeast Idaho via off-road.
Nice.
And so,
well, I tell you what, you know, like I said, we were chatting earlier, we're talking about running from Minidoka all the way up to St. Anthony.
Yes.
You know, and I've heard of people doing it, and I'm putting it together because being Twin Falls, Kimberly area, and we kind of know that area. We've rode in Craters of the Moon, you know, we've rode all the way from up to Craters of the Moon, Cary area, you know, but now we could connect that and make that big run if we wanted to. So that'd be exciting.
See, and I'm glad you say that, because I'm trying to do it but the other direction.
Right.
And then eventually hopefully get further to, you know, Jackpot or Golden Spike trails down at the Salt Flats, you know.
Nice. So we ran last November, Stacy and I by ourselves, we left from Jackpot and we rode all the way to Wendover. So yeah, and that was incredible. It was just a most favorite trip. It was just spur of the moment, and we just did it.
So I'm glad you say that too, because my goal this year is to get to Jackpot from St. Anthony, but I want to also make it a multi-day thing where we go from Jackpot to maybe not Wendover, but Golden Spike trails all the way to Tremont.
Yeah.
And then up through Lava Hot Springs, and then do a big loop back to St. Anthony.
Now that would be awesome. Do like a 4 or 5 day trip.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be incredible. So
maybe we'll be hooking back up a little bit more
heck yeah.
in the future.
Well, thanks. I appreciate your time. Isaac.
Thanks.
Here we are getting ready to go on a ride with Atomic City Riders. We're going from Atomic City to St. Anthony and back today.
Yep. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's definitely gonna be a little different. So.
Yeah. New for us, people we haven't met yet.
Right.
Or well, actually, I should say we already met them this morning, but first time meeting them. Yep. Should be a good ride. We'll show you what we find.
It shows 2 trails heading north from the trail we were on.
Yep.
And the one you can take up And it doesn't show it on Onyx, but there's a cross trail that goes from the west to the east, and it takes you as close to the buttes as you can get without being on INL.
Awesome.
And it's actually a really pretty little ride, and you're a lot more likely to run into antelope, maybe even a little elk herd out there. So someday if you're back, that's a fun little place. This is going to get a little better still. And then up here, when you're kind of over from this tower view, the one with all the towers on it, there's actually a cedar forest that I think is the coolest part of this whole ride. And you're just weaving your way through these cedar trees out in the middle of nowhere. And that's the only other spot I've run into other riders that come in from Idaho Falls, and they'll play around in those cedar trees, and then they'll head back to the highway. 3 routes I mapped to get over, they fenced the roads off. And
wow.
I called BLM, and I think BLM just let them, because it's a BLM land project.
Right.
So anyway, we have a way through there. There's one spot where we're riding a trail that's kind of on a farmer's land, but it looks like public access. There's no trespassing stuff, so I do it. We don't have to, because now with the big fiber line that Facebook ran through there, there's a nice road right where they ran that, so we could just go up to the road and skip over on that. But I'm going to take the old trail.
Cool.
And then we cross over, and then we go out. It's really unused across the highway. That's the least traveled part of this whole thing. But since we've been riding it, it's gotten a little clearer. There's some spots I might have to follow the GPS. BLM told me as long as there were tire impressions,
right,
I could ride the trail. And so there's a couple of spots where they're really faint, but we're getting them packed in. So
right. They're coming back?
Yes, they are. And then we go, it's quite a ways from there to Sage Junction. Sage Junction's a nice place to take a break, use the restrooms, get a soda, get some hoagie, the hoagie bait, that's the old term. Candy out of the candy machine, if you want it. And then it's the funnest part of the ride as far as the trails and the sandy. You'll still run into some lava heaves, but it's a lot of sandy, curvy trails from there to St. Anthony. And you know you're getting closer to the dunes because it gets sandier and sandier. And then you'll see the dunes pretty much from Sage Junction. You'll start seeing the dunes. So. Tip of that butte out by the sand dunes now.
Oh yeah, right on.
So,
it's cool.
We'll take a quick break here and then we'll stop at Sage Junction. This is a cool little water tank for the cattle out. Old timey. I doubt they use it anymore. That's how you take lava off.
That's a project right there.
Hi everyone, I want to introduce you to Steve.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm with the Atomic City Trails here in Atomic City, Idaho, and we also are part of the Yellowstone Divide Trail System.
And you take people out for rides just several times through the summer?
Well, it's actually more complicated than that. What we do is we go out and map routes that people can choose to do, and we post them on our website. So all the events that we do that are focused around different trails or routes are all available on our website. And anybody can come here anytime, just load the route and go ride. Or you can come to one of our events that we host here, and then the group usually focuses on one area. Like last time we had about 50 vehicles that came. Probably 40 of those did the route that the event was centered around, and then the others just took off and went up to Cedar Butte, Big Butte, and just had fun wherever they wanted.
All right. Well, he took us on a really great ride today. We went over to St. Anthony, and then he took us up the Little Butte or Cedar Butte.
You made it sound like we just went over. St. Anthony's, oh, it's probably almost 70 miles out and around through some pretty rough country, and then back, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was a long ride. We started at 7 a.m. and Nate ran out of gas.
Not really ran out.
Oh,
He almost ran
pretty
out.
much. And Steve bailed us out.
Well, that's why I keep a little on, even though I don't use gas.
Right? He has
Anymore.
diesel, and he brought gas just in case. It was a great ride, and it's wonderful meeting you. Steve is a great person, and he's a great leader that we definitely enjoyed today and appreciate everything.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming. It was fun to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Well,